I cannot see anything driving in just now. Okay, so on my van today, I'm going to be fixing the top. The roof has some imperfections when I bought it, so we're going to be fixing that. I'll show you them. So if you come up here, right here had a hole in the roof when I bought it, and I've just put fiberglass over it quickly just to make it so it's not a hole so water and stuff doesn't get in there. And we got some cracks in the fiberglass there. And that's pretty much it. This side's not bad. I don't think there's any cracks here. Yeah, this side's good. So to fix this mess here, we got some reinforced fiberglass, like filler, and then some Bondo filler for the end of it, just to make it nice and smooth. So we're gonna take the roof off. Mine's only held in by these 4 bolts on the outside, just because I had to keep taking it on and off to fix it before. So usually they have bolts on the inside. Up here, there's 4 bolts usually that go in there, but I don't have those, and it makes it way easier. So we're gonna take this off now, empty out all the snow that's in it because it's winter here, and then yeah, get to sanding and take you guys through how I'm gonna fix this. So that's all that was holding them on. Now the top should be able to come off. Oh, she's frozen. Oh. Jesus. There you go. It's just frozen on, so now we can take it off. These vans look pretty goofy with the pop top up, or closed, sorry, but with no basket on the front. Looks pretty silly. Basket here. As you can see, it is packed with snow. Okay, so we have to get all the snow out and then start fixing. So I'm gonna bring this back here over to the door and just dump all the snow in the door because I don't want it to be sitting here where I'm working. This is a little raised engine bay I made a long time ago, since the motor I put in this thing has to sit straight up because I didn't want to make an oil pan. So I raised this about 4 inches and then raised, this isn't in properly yet, I just have it sitting there to mock up new brackets, but this is also going to be raised 4 inches so it still works as a bed with the raised floor, but it honestly doesn't look too bad. Ignore all this paint over here. I'm gonna remake those too, but this makes a good little tripod holder. This thing weighs like 80 pounds right now probably. Okay, so here's a better look at this. So if you look from at the side, if you can see it, it's pretty wavy right here. And it's not like this over here is higher than here. So I'm going to sand this some more, get all the ice and stuff off, put a layer of the fiberglass on it. Same with here, just sand this. Here's another crack. Make that different and like grind it down a bit. I'm going to get a grinder. Yeah, get a grinder, cut a groove in here, make it so instead of it bubbles over, it'll just sit in the groove. And then do the same with the ones back here. And then it should be good to put some fiberglass on. A seal sits all around this on the bottom and it'll cover like this little part where it's not flush. So I don't have to worry about that too much. And when I did this, I just put painter's tape on the back to hold the shape. And then just looking at that, oh, this is a nasty one. But there's this crack on the top too, which I'm gonna have to get a grinder and just make it all nice and dug down so it actually sits in there. So I'm gonna get to sanding. I'm gonna be wearing a mask because I don't like dust and fiberglass in my lungs for the next 2 days. Yeah, so I found this little heat gun. So I'm gonna heat it up and then use the sander, sand it down because there's ice on it and you want to make it flat when you start doing this. Not as glossy, so sanding it will actually do something. At least I think. I don't really have much experience in this. I'm just learning as I go. But so now I'm gonna get a little grinder, just lightly groove all this stuff, just so there's like an indent, and then sand it a bunch and probably do here too a bit. This one's gonna suck because they're overlapping. So I'm gonna have to support it somehow. I haven't figured that out yet. So this is probably one of my favorite tools. Little 90-degree Milwaukee die grinder. Just a little battery powered. Thing's amazing. It has no issue doing anything really. Okay, so I have a little tiny cutoff disc. It's just a 1/16 inch, so it's tiny, but it'll work. Okay, now I'm gonna grind that stuff off, do a little sand, and good to go. I used the grinder. I went through a bit there, but it kind of eats the fiberglass. You want to go nice and careful. I didn't really know that here, but yeah, took it to the end of the crack. Now sand inside the groove as much as I can, and just like on the outside. Probably use some Scotch-Brite, scuff it up, sand this, and yeah, then we'll go ahead and start adding fiberglass on. So this is 220 grit. It's not what I want. It's honestly a bit too light, but I forgot to buy some. So this is gonna have to do. This is all I have. So it's just gonna be extra fine. But I'll go over it by hand with some sandpaper, I think. Yeah, let's go. I'm gonna get some sandpaper by hand to do the inside of that. That's just kind of to rough it all up. Okay, so I just went into my toolbox and I found, I think this is 320? Sorry, 220 by hand. And I found 180 grit disc sanding wheel. So I could use that too. I'm gonna start with this stuff and just go over it nice and smooth, and then I'll show you the result before I keep on going. So basically, in the spot here, with all the old fiberglass, there's little pockets of just white stuff. That's all the low spots that I haven't sanded yet. Until I get those white spots out, so it's not just dust sitting where I'm trying to sand and put new fiberglass over it. It's gonna take a while, but it'll be worth it. Oh, these are the little white spots I was talking about. I've got sandpaper in them, and that's as much as it would come out. So I'm gonna get a blow gun and blow them out. So I think it's just dust sitting in them now. It's not actually like this one. I got pretty good. And then here's the crack after I grinded it and sanded it. It's full of dust. I'm gonna blow that out too, and it should be good. And then blow it out, give it like a quick wipe with carb clean so all this stuff sticks. All blown out. So now a little carb clean. Yeah, these white spots are gonna go away. So I think that's just in the actual old fiberglass now. So we're just gonna slap it over and see what happens. Yeah, by no means, I know I'm not good at bodywork stuff. I've never really done it. So don't take over what I'm saying. Also, I just don't feel like taking the mask off. It's a pain in the ass to put it back on. Okay, so I'm just gonna mix it on some cardboard. All I don't have a mixing tray. I have a screwdriver to mix it. This little squeegee, I guess you call it, or applying tool. I don't know. So that, the screwdriver, and then long strand fiberglass reinforced body filler. I've used this stuff once before on the old patch. So it's been like 2 years since I've used it. Comes with blue hardener. And yeah, we got the actual fiberglass stuff here. You open it, that's not a flathead. Open it with a flathead screwdriver. If it actually opens. Oh. Purple and smells like, it does not smell good. So I don't have to do a lot because I don't have a big bowl I'm filling anymore. So I'm just going to pour some out. Let's say that's probably enough. That's a lot. Always want to put the cap back on these, they dry out. Stuff dries out pretty fast. So I'm doing about that much. That's definitely way too much than for what I need. But it's okay, I have a full jar of it. I don't know how much hardener to use, so I'm just gonna do an X over it. And that's just me guessing. I honestly have no clue how much I need to use. So I just did, I don't know if you could see that, but the blue there's the hardener. That's all I put on it, not a lot. And you kind of mix it up.
Didn't mean forever, yeah.
Squeegee, right? Try to mix it some more. Put some on it, and then you go here. Pretty much used all of it. There's like some left here. So I actually wasn't that off with how much I put on that pans because they're full of fiberglass now. Then I'll show you how it looks after I just put it on. So I'll be right back. So here's the front piece. I have a lot on there, but it is pretty level. It's almost too high, which is good because I could always sand down. And then there's it from this side. I wrapped it around to kind of fill those cracks. Okay, so I forgot to charge my camera and it's about to die. So this is where we're gonna have to leave it for this time, this video. Just waiting for the fiberglass to dry. So I'm gonna put it all away and then I'll come back tomorrow and film the rest. So that's gonna be a separate video. So I'm gonna stop this one here. But thanks for watching.